Hi Collective, it's Shana and I'm back. Archangel Michael, I ask that you preside over this reading. I ask that you protect me and my collective as we channel, transmute, and harmonize the energy for the highest good. Ashe? Alright, collective, today we're going to do a read, okay? We're going to be using my Ancestor Speaks deck. We're going to be using also the Hoodoo Tarot, okay? I recently purchased this at a very good price, okay? And I'm excited, right? I started reading some of the book, but I'm nowhere near proficient, okay? So, but I feel like for this read, I need to use this deck to the best of my ability today, okay? And we have my deck, okay? It's a lot of cards in here, so it's going to be a little awkward dealing them or shuffling. All right, y'all, today, this is an ancestor message, okay? And I'm just being inspired to do this ancestor message for Antoine Massey, okay? I saw a video that he did recently. I'm going to go back and watch it again, okay? But I watched it once, I believe, in its totality, right? But he was speaking of his innocence. And he was calling out for help. And that's what I'm here for, right? And I'm also interested, right? But I also initially heard how the other brother, or young man, right? And brother, right? His grandmother was executed when he was a young man. A young boy, not a man, right? And yeah, by I think a corrupt officer or sergeant or somebody, because she was speaking the truth. Okay, so she was a truth speaker. And he is her grandchild. And then with Antoine Massey, shortly after that, I heard how his father was executed, I believe in front of him. And how they put a pistol to his head as a small child, right? So imagine who these young men would have become in their lives by today, right? If these terrible events hadn't taken place in their homes, okay, and in their lives. So I don't know. So many people are targeted in different ways, okay? But I feel like it is my duty to use my gifts that are evolving and growing, right, to assist. The man asks for help, and that's what I'm here for, okay? And my curiosity is, yeah. All right, collective. Excuse me, y'all. Bear with me, okay? Just bear with me. All right. We're not going to pull. Let's just do 2 cards, top and a bottom, to start, okay? Antoine and Massey's ancestors, possibly his father, okay? Archangel Michael, Antoine, I think his name is Antoine Massey as well, right? Senior, I believe. This is a read for your son, as well as any of your other ancestors that would like to speak in this read, okay? This read is for you and it's for your son, okay? Do you have a message for your son? Especially as he is speaking out for assistance. Okay. Archangel Michael. I got a pain in my left ear, y'all, okay? Like an earache. Thank you. Thank you, Antoine and Massey's ancestors. This is going to be the mystery card, people. The mystery card. Bottom of the deck. Something about an upgrade. Okay. That sounds good to me. just wondered, what is this all about? Okay, because I also heard that a day before they left the prison, right? Because he's saying that they were let out. Okay, so for now we're going to say the day that they left the prison, or a day before the day they left the prison, right? They said that the person who actually oofed his father, I believe, or something like that, was oofed. Okay? Okay. Let's see. Maybe we can discover something. Why is this card here? Just one, please. Yeah, we're going to take small amounts for these. Thank you. All right. Oh, that's two. Thank you. Why is this card here? Thank you. Ooh, let me turn it over. I don't want to see it yet. Bottom of the deck. 3 of coins. Some sort of collaboration, right? Partnership of some sort. I see, what is that, the cross or rosary beads on her neck? And a wishbone, right? So that's divination, right? This whole deck is about divination, right? Money, a crystal ball, 3 basics, some sort of collaboration. This is about some sort of partnership. Okay, so maybe this is information that's coming to you, young man, okay? Somebody went to like a crystal ball person. What do you call it? A fortune teller or something? There's money in this jar. Okay, maybe this is some sort of jar stuff going on here. Getting deep in the bayou with that 3 of baskets and those trees. Reminds me of, what's that movie? Eve's Bayou, right? And Beloved, those movies, okay? This could have been someone in his family, Antoine's family. This could be an ancestor coming to speak this. Maybe you have a long line, right, Antoine, if you happen to get this message, right? Of healers and shamanists and priests and priestesses in your family. Maybe this is a possibility as to why, if his family was targeted. Obviously it was targeted, right? The family, right? So why? All right, but I see the beauty in the facial features, okay? All right, I don't know why that's important. Maybe that is also an element of it. Okay? Yo, this is a lot of cards, okay? Give me, I can't even shuffle these cards right like this. Maybe I can do it this way. Give me this card, top and bottom. I'm trying to shuffle these cards because it's too many. It's very awkward, okay? Before, this is my second time recording this video because my neighbors came out and really wrapped the car up, all kinds of stuff. Let me do this deck in twos. All right, show me this one here, this card, Ancestors for Antoine Manasseh. What are the messages? Oh my goodness, y'all, what the hell? That's a lot. Dark spells, we did. All right, y'all. Show me here what's happening. This is this collaboration. Some kind of collaboration. I don't know if this is current or if this is something regarding the history. This is something ancient, y'all. This is your family's probably deeply rooted, I'm getting, in hoodoo, right? The art of hoodoo. This is like an ancient knowledge that's being carried within your family. I could be wrong, okay? Something about a soulmate, okay? So maybe as a young child, they identified your soulmate, right? Walk with me here, okay? And that soulmate was probably in your proximity around that age, as a young age in your life, right? This is what I'm getting. Okay, and this person is probably your twin, okay? Your other half. And they had to do something in your life to upset the very fabric of your life, to throw you off a course to coming into union with your soulmate as a young child, right? Starting off as friends and growing in your life together. Okay? They would have just locked you up, right? As a black man, right off the bat, right? But they couldn't because you were too young. It just wouldn't look right. Okay? So this could have been some setup. Y'all just walk with me, I'm telling you. And also speaks to the power of your father being in your life. He looked like a strong man on that picture. And he looks like, not like a brashy kind of man. It's like that silent, strong demeanor. Slim build look like, right? But the strength I'm getting, like, that comes off of this man is the type of strength you wouldn't expect from just looking at him, just quickly. But if you look into his face and his eyes, and you wise, right, you'll know the type of man that this man was. I believe this man's father was, okay? Y'all, and did I get the bottom on that? Okay, yeah, that's the bottom. But y'all, and also let me say, there's a name that I put in my ancestors deck. I think it was yesterday or Sunday, but I believe it was yesterday. All right. No, it was Sunday, okay? It came through as a name, okay? And I'm thinking and saying it to myself. I'm like, I like that, right? So I said, okay, let me put it in the deck. Now, normally I would have put it in just my regular my deck, right? But I said, no, I have to put it in the ancestors deck, okay? So this is someone's ancestor. It could be mine's. It could be Antoine Massey's, right? But either way, I believe this is also like an archetype in every family, right? This no-nonsense person that comes up, when possibly all hell is breaking loose or about to, okay? And they come and cut everything short. So I would be interested in seeing if this name comes out here on this read, okay? And with this person, this ancestor, okay, I get like a logo that comes up with it. I'm going to try to work on that, okay? All right, but this could very well be significant with this reading. Upgrade and soulmate, y'all. There was something about a union I'm getting, okay? Okay. Let's get started. But let's get these two, because I split the deck. Oh my goodness, forgive me. Oh my goodness. I split the deck in half. All right, y'all, it's just a lot of cards out here, but that's okay. We're going to be fine. Show me this card. This two, please. One on the top, one on the bottom. Messages for Antoine Massey after he sends out his plea for assistance, okay? I know what it's like to put out a plea for help, and very few people help you, okay? If anybody, especially in your situation, okay? So I just want justice to prevail wherever, y'all. That's a lot of cards. I don't know. It's a lot going on. Okay, we're going to keep that one. Let's keep this as a mystery card from this deck. And we're going to get that bottom card. Somebody trying to stab you in the back. Okay? That would sound right if you're saying that they just let you walk out, right? But that's a hard offer not to take. I understand. Even when you know somebody stabbing you in the back, okay? My goodness. Terrible trap to play with people's lives, right? All right, let's get two on this card. Please, I'll bend your mic, please. Y'all forgive me, I'm all over the place now. I'm trying to stay focused. Something about this woman's eyes I've been noticing the whole time. One eye is slightly closed more than the other. Okay? I don't know. Okay, y'all. Just, alright, y'all. I don't know what's going on out here. Alright, but let's keep it. Alright. The all sees all. Whatever's going on out here. Okay? The divine is here. This is bigger than what we think, y'all. This, whatever's going on here, okay? Surrounding this whole situation. And these young men leaving prison, okay? And maybe the main two figures in terms of this whole event, why it happened, are those two young men that are still on the loose, okay? Antoine Massey and I think it's Derek Glover, something to that effect, okay? Maybe this is what it's all about. This is the whole reason for this release, whole reason for the party, so to speak, okay? All right, Antoine Massey's Ancestors Messages. Let's move this over here till the end. Ancestors Speak deck. Y'all, I don't know. I'm getting like they're coming to, this is my initial feeling, to vindicate this young man, okay? He was saying that he was being held in the prison, right? And he was speaking of the corruption within that prison, okay? But he was saying how he was being held there for crimes that the woman came back and said that, you know, it wasn't true. So somehow the woman was being used, right, to come against him. And it had something to do with, SA crimes, right? And he also specified how this woman is a grown woman and not a child. So maybe that's also an implication that they placed on this man, right? Antoine, right? All right. But your ancestors, and it's crossing, so I'm getting that this is actively happening, okay? Right? They are here. They are present in the energy, okay? All right, what do we have next? Yes, we have the Hoodoo Tarot next. Mother of Baskets. So I'm getting like that's the Queen of Cups. Okay, this could be like a grandmom figure. I don't know if your mom is still alive, but I'm getting like a grandmother figure. So whoever it is, they love you. Okay? And this could be the person that's saying, hey, whoever you think of, this person could be the psychic in your family, okay? And to put it lightly, this is an ancestor, okay? They're saying that they are working, they are forcibly working to clear your path, okay? Bristol's Funeral Home, Mrs. Robinson. Let me look this one up, y'all. I've seen this card, but maybe this is the one that we're supposed to read about here, okay? Let me set me up. My stomach over here making all kinds of noises. This is Bristol's. This is the devil, I think, right? They're working to clear your hands from the devil. Let me see. In the hell? Yeah. Give me a second. 15. Where you at? I don't know why it's so hard for me to find this. Mrs. Robinson, 15. Oh, there it is. Okay, page 65, which adds up to an 11. All right. We may not read the whole thing, y'all, here, because it's a couple pages or 3 pages, right? But let's see. Mrs. Robinson, the devil, your mom, your ancestors are working to free you from the hands of the devil, young man. I don't know. And we're going to clarify that, devil, okay? I want to go to my deck with this. All right, let's read. Mrs. Robinson, the devil, now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Plant, wow, belladonna, hemlock. I have to look the hemlock up, right? I know what the belladonna is. Okay, but it says the image. Mrs. Robinson is proudly displaying the funeral program of Reginald Patrick. Okay, that name could be familiar to you and your family, okay? Maybe you also have there might have been a funeral business in your home, okay? Or within your family in some way. Mrs. Robinson was a hoodoo from Orangeburg, South Carolina. Could be this woman, okay? From South Carolina, okay? According to the people in her small town, she was a sweet, law-abiding woman, unless someone crossed her. This might be your family. Oh my goodness, that's one of your ancestors, young man. Hopefully you know who this is. According to the people in her small town, she was a sweet, law-abiding woman, unless someone crossed her. One day after church, Ms. Robinson saw a few parishioners gathered around a woman named Mrs. Patrick. And Ms. Robinson walked by Mrs. Patrick, said loudly that she didn't believe root workers should be welcome in the church, and that it was a bunch of made-up nonsense. Miss Robinson tried her best to ignore her, until she noticed people started treating her differently. They were making up excuses for why she couldn't visit, and her clients started canceling appointments and it turned out that Mrs. Patrick was trying her best to destroy Mrs. Robinson's entire life. Okay? This is what these people are possibly doing. And this woman, indicative of the woman, Antoine, that you're speaking about in that paperwork. Oh my goodness, okay, calm down. It turned out that Mrs. Patrick was trying her best to destroy Miss Robinson's entire life, even though she hardly knew her. Miss Robinson finally approached Mrs. Patrick after church and told her to never speak ill about her again, or she would be sorry. Mrs. Patrick laughed and elbowed her cronies and said that would never happen, so she might as well go ahead and root her then. Miss Robinson, let me see y'all. Miss Robinson told her that she was made for root working, and that if she couldn't have what she loved the most, then neither would she. Mrs. Patrick howled with laughter and walked away with the other ladies, leaving Miss Robinson standing there furious. 29 days later, okay, 29 days. I don't know how long y'all been out here. I think it's longer than that, but that's significant. And I did say something about 11 before, right? Because 29 also adds up to 11, okay? Because that started on page 65, okay? And that adds up to 11, okay? Okay, let's see. So Miss Robinson is standing there furious. 29 days later, Mrs. Patrick, 9-year-old son, and I believe they said you were about 8 years old when they did this to your father, right? And the gun was placed on you. 29 days later, Mrs. Patrick's 9-year-old son, Reginald, died unexpectedly after having a cold. Everyone knew that Reginald was Mrs. Patrick's pride and joy. Not only was he her only child, she also couldn't have any more. So she was absolutely devastated by the loss. As the mourners filed out of the funeral home, Miss Robinson was seen smiling as she fanned herself with a memorial program from across the road. Miss Robinson was seen smiling as she fanned herself with a memorial program from across the road. Okay, Mrs. Patrick, now totally broken, moved out of town the following day. Okay, y'all? And let's see some of the meaning real quick. I have my own meaning for this though. Maybe we'll go back to it. All right. Yeah, maybe you're someone in your lineage, in your family, they were a powerful like root worker, right? But she was a good woman. And that other woman kept messing with her. And after contemplation, she put the whammy on her and it affected her child, right? So maybe this is some sort of get back. Okay? Maybe that was some sort of get back. And that's why they did that to your father, right? In front of you and your family, at such a young age. And maybe they're like, okay, because they had to lose their child due to their own actions, of course, right? Constantly messing with people that you shouldn't be messing with, right? But, and maybe they felt like, that was their sacrifice in terms of you, where you would grow up without your father, and your guidance. So I don't know. Okay, that's what I'm getting, but I don't know. Okay. This could be this woman, okay? And maybe Miss Robinson is important to name, right? But this could be this woman in your family who is speaking right now, an ancestor, okay? We have a name, Roland, okay? This name is significant. Roland. Dark spells, y'all. Somebody's definitely been doing dark spells. Okay, but we have Louisiana, right? So, it's a lot of, like I said, let me read the book more. Root work and hoodoo there, right? And not everybody's going to use it for good. Okay, and it was in the reverse, I believe, but we're going to take it in the upright because the cards are just jumbled. Imagine your worst nightmare, okay? I don't know, y'all. It's just something really horrible happened here. Maybe it had something to do with this, what I just spoke about. This is possibly your ancestors telling these people to imagine their worst nightmare. Okay? Roland. I don't know if Roland's doing dark spells or if Roland's a member of your ancestry, Antoine, okay? But we have GPS tracker. Something or someone's been located, okay? It could be you. Okay, eventually that they're going to locate you, right? So I felt like that video that you did was like what they call like the dead man's trigger, okay? And not saying that you're going to be a dead man. That's not what I'm saying. I'm getting that that it's inevitable that they're going to catch you, right? But this is your ability to put the truth out before they come in and try to shut you up, right? Okay, which I think is a wise, ingenious plan, actually. Strategy, okay? But this could also be that these people have been located. Your ancestors are on this as well. There's some sort of theme that's playing out here. This may have been an injustice, right? Which we speak of. It was years ago. And maybe something's being revealed about this. Subpoena, y'all. I'm getting like this whole situation is going to reveal something that happened in this young man's family. And the cover-ups possibly surrounding it. Yeah, okay. So we got this going on, okay? So we know a lot of people that are involved in these like high-level crimes, right? This is, the whole, buddies, right, is always a part of it. This is a way that they use to strip the connection between that feminine and masculine energy, right? And make them want to go against us. Because, in our culture, there was always a respect for mama, right? Major respect for mama. So I feel like this was a tactic to come in, Okay, so some of the people involved are people that are involved in this, okay? But it's significant, okay? Something about baby boy. Okay? I don't know. These may be names significant to you. I don't know why I just feel so lost in this reading. Either way, I'm going to put it out there, okay? Because hopefully there's something here that you understand that okay, but maybe this is what they saying, okay? Ancestry message, okay? It says drop it 3 by 3 because y'all won't stop fucking with me. Okay, so people messing with you. They're messing with you. What is this, Archangel Michael? Let me see. What are these subpoenas for? All right, and maybe we can put the decks together now. Maybe it's not too much. Contact you about something. I want to put this here. Okay, what are these subpoenas being handed out for? It's a little better, y'all. Still a big deck. Spiritual goon squad in the reverse. Getting like these are your ancestors, y'all. This is just backfiring. So whatever they were planning by, like you said, releasing you, right? If that's true, based on what you're saying, right? I'm getting a backfire. And you doing this Instagram video, I think it was Instagram, I think it was you being guided by your ancestors, okay? To help bring out whatever this is. They're going to clear your path, okay? You may have to go back to prison. Don't trip. Keep your eyes open. Don't talk to too many people about nothing. Reserve your energy, right? But there's something that's going to be released as this continues, okay? Maybe you should turn yourself in. I don't know, but you find your own mindset, okay? I could be wrong. You do what you think is best. Follow your ancestors' guidance, okay? But I know that they're going to try. You don't want them to meet you in a situation where they can say, oh, he did this and he did that, therefore that's why we did that, right? And that would stop the truth from coming out, possibly. All right. This is their worst nightmare. Because I think that's what I was, subpoena. I think these people's worst nightmare. Okay? Show me this imagine your worst nightmares card. These people always doing something. Show me Antoine's ancestors. What is this? Y'all, something is going on here. The emerald tablets, right? So that's those. And it's like some high wisdom, right? And it fell out in the all sees all. Y'all, with the bristles of, I don't know, what did these people do? This whole, did I get the bottom? Let's get the bottom card, y'all. New love, true love. It could have been something about the soulmate. Maybe when you were children. Okay, I know what that's like. When people come in when you're young and, just destroy a possible high vibrational union. It's like you were before your time, y'all. I don't know. Think about when you were a child, Antoine, okay? Before this happened, was there a young person, a little person in your life that you loved to see and go to school to see this person, or a neighbor or something, y'all? That's what I'm getting. This is crazy. A word you imagine, y'all can't even speak. Forgive me. Imagine your worst nightmare. What is this, SWAT team? And I randomly picked these cards, okay, y'all? Bottom of the deck. The dark side, pure melanin, hidden powers, pineal activation, light from dark. Okay, I don't know. Sounds like somebody's turning into a superhero, okay? I don't know. Let me see. palmistry. Okay, maybe this was also a part of the talents within your family. Palmistry. Okay, this woman, fortune teller, palm reader, maybe a relative of yours had a palmistry shop of some sort. Okay? The name Roland is significant. And possibly Robinson and a couple other names we said, right? SWAT. Y'all, I saw that contactee. Okay, I don't know. Why is this contactee here? Maybe somebody was contacted by the SWAT team. I don't know. If somebody's an alien, I don't know, Antoine. Are you an alien? And that's why they've been messing with you all your life. Show me this contactee. Y'all, Mesopotamia in the reverse, almost. Regions in near modern, regions in and near modern day Iraq. Okay, so we have something. I'm getting like the Anunnaki, right? With the Mesopotamia. Then it has no. And I said something about Thoth, I think, before, right? I forgot why I made the connection with Thoth. Alright, so this is a part of your ancestry, or yeah. And they want to communicate with you, okay? But I don't know what this no is about. Maybe they're saying no to the SWAT team, right? Like, no. They're going to handle you properly, or possibly you could turn yourself in, right? With a group of people that love you to make sure that you're safe, okay? Show me this contactee. Why is that here? Yo, but this is some high energy, okay? And I saw this at the bottom of the deck, y'all, okay? But we got no out here. Show me this contactee. It's like Big Mama I'm getting, okay? Darnell, another name is out here, okay? Prentice, another name. Okay, you put these names however they go. I'm not going to try to interpret what these people, what they've done or what, okay? Bottom of the deck for contactee. Maybe these are people that have been contacted. I don't know, y'all. Pandemonium. There's confusion, though. There's confusion going on with these people. I don't know who they've been contacted by. Maybe the SWAT or the ancestors. Okay, either way. Okay, they're in a state of some sort of disarray. What is this ricochet? Why is this ricochet here? Let me put this beautiful lady on the screen, okay? Mother Baskets. This is somebody's, I don't know if your mom is still alive, or your grandmom, somebody's, the matriarch. Show me, what was that? Ricochet, I think. Propulsion system. Somebody can't move forward. Maybe the SWAT. They can't move forward. Prana. Breath, life force, vital energy. They can't move forward. This prana in the reverse, okay? I'm getting like that video that you put out there. I'm getting like you stopped something with that video, right? Like dead man's trigger, like I said, right? Just go within and meditate. Get your answer from your ancestors, okay? This is significant, okay? Got another name, y'all. Tammy. Okay, so these are names. I don't know if you know these names or if these are ancestors or people you suspect are involved in some of this. Archangel Michael, what's going to happen with this SWAT? Why is this here? What is there some sort of SWAT team intervention? What's going to happen with the SWAT team? Why are you showing me this? Bottom of the deck. for a music break. I don't know yet. Maybe you need to listen to some music. Maybe they're going to speak to you in terms of music downloads. Above top secret, y'all. I don't know what this is. Something to do with the SWAT team. Maybe the law enforcement in your town. You did say the system was corrupt, right? I don't know what this is. It's something really big, though. Show me above top secret. What is this about? Maybe this whole situation, what happened to you and your family? Six of Knives. I'm getting like that's the Six of Swords, right? Even though there's more than 6 knives. No, there are. That's the paddle thing they use, okay? You got away. Maybe this is about the way you said how you all were let out. I don't know what this is. Bottom of the deck. 4 baskets. I can't speak, y'all. Okay. It was a missed opportunity for something, I'm getting, surrounding the way you all got out. Like you said. But why is this above top secret? What was this missed opportunity? What was the goal of this whole thing? What is this missed opportunity about? Maybe you didn't want to do something. Somebody didn't want to consider something, an offer in this basket, okay? Maybe it could have been an offer that came to this woman, right? And she didn't want to do or take part in whatever. I don't know where that other picture is. Show me this 4 baskets. What is this? You got away from something, or somebody got away. Dr. Buzzard. Something with the legal system. Y'all, something with the legal system. Ace of Knives, okay? Something involving, I'm getting that's the Ace of Swords, right? This is some sort of truth, okay? I don't know what happened with the legal system. I don't know. Maybe you and the other brother, what's his name? Derek Glover. Maybe this also has something to do with his grandmother. I don't know. Maybe you're related in some way. I don't know. Dr. Buzzard, let's see that real quick. 19, let me see what's that number. No, that's 11. 52 adds up to a 7. We're not going to read the whole thing, y'all. Dr. Buzzard, okay. Wait a minute, that's not Dr. Buzzard on that page. Let me see. Dr. Buzzard, 55, page 55, it's 10. Just going to read real quick. Dr. Buzzard, justice, right? And I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious rebukes. And they shall know that I am the Lord, when I shall lay my vengeance upon them. Okay? Your ancestors, they're going to get vengeance. Somebody in your family or your bloodline was ridiculed, I'm getting. Possibly for what they did in terms of divination. And maybe they made an example out of someone in your town. And this was some sort of get back. Okay? I don't know. That's what I'm getting. I don't know. Okay? I'm just reading what I feel and what I see. But there's something in this reading that's going to help you. Someone. Okay? Something to do with this justice system, with the SWAT team. Okay? It says, Dr. Buzzard is standing in front of a courthouse, laughing joyously after winning a case for a client. Behind him is Lady Justice wearing a Congo witch doctor mask, similar to the one Dr. Buzzard's father would have worn in Africa. This symbolizes domination and being a law unto oneself. Instead of the sword, Lady Justice is holding a bouquet of galangal, the common name for chewing John root. Okay, maybe that's significant to this ancestor as well, okay? Because she now works for Dr. Buzzard, and that is his weapon. He is showing you a piece of the root. In the other hand, in which Lady Justice usually holds the scales, there is nothing, because his way is the only option. Instead, the scales are put to better use collecting Dr. Buzzard's cigarette ashes, okay? So maybe that was a part of this family member's role, is to execute justice in some way in your town. I don't know. All right, we're about to close out. I don't know if you got anything from this, okay? I hope you did, okay? This is at the bottom of the deck, okay? This is what these people have been doing. MK Ultra Dark Labs, okay? Any final messages for this part of the read before we close out? Any final messages for Antoine? Y'all, the name game, I'm getting like these are people that are involved, those names, okay? Shirley, the name game by Shirley Ellis, that could be significant. Banana, Fana, Fofina, Fifa, Fo Shirley, okay? Shirley could be significant. What were those names again, real quick? Baby Boy, Tammy. Yeah, let's see. Roland. I think we had Prentice, right? Okay, Darnell. Okay, so I think those were the names. Yeah, but I'm getting like your ancestors ain't happy about whatever's been going on here, okay? And I guess it's time for some truth to come out, right? Yeah, it's a backfire, that's for sure, okay? All right, that's 5 names, so to speak, okay? We also had Ms. Robinson, okay? There was another card out here. Maybe I put it back in the deck, okay, because I can't find it. The Emerald Tablets with Thoth, y'all. I don't know what's going on out here, okay? Final destination, whatever's going on, it's almost over. Alright, show me the Emerald Tablets. Why is that here? There's going to be some writing. Something's going to come out of this. Did we have edict? Might be an edict. Buddha. Okay, I don't know. This is really, whatever's happening here, it's serious. Buddha, it says, the intelligent one, the teacher of the laws of the universe. Okay, this has something to do with the laws of the universe, people. It doesn't matter what happens from here on out. I've done my job, okay? That could be speaking to you. I don't know. You putting this video out, okay? And possibly even me putting this video out, okay? There's something here. There's definitely an element about a love situation, okay, y'all? With a false twin. We had soulmate, new love, true love, false twin, okay? So there's some element of a love story here that triggered all of this, okay? That's what I'm getting. Okay, sounds like it's all over the place, but hopefully there's something here for someone, okay? And you, Antoine, okay? I seen this again, y'all, okay? Maybe that's for the guilty parties. Let's read. Let's close it out. Bottom card. Wow, man. Okay. You are walking down the wrong path, okay? So I don't know, Antoine. This could be a message for you, okay? Or it could be a message for the people involved, okay? But I think that you have brought some light to the situation. That there's another side to the story, right? And, I just hope that and pray that justice comes out. Somebody's walking down the wrong path, okay? I don't know where that first ancestor card is. Okay, I want to keep these separate. Show me this real quick. Show me this. You are walking down the wrong path from the ancestor deck. Maybe they're talking to the false twin. This soulmate. Could be this woman. Somebody. Okay, somebody in your circle. Okay? There's somebody in your circle. Check your circle. Somebody around you. Okay? Somebody around you. Bottom of the deck. Okay, so they're instructing you to do an egg cleanse. Okay? So maybe just Google it or something, right? And maybe after that, you're going to be able to see something about someone around you. Okay? Or that was around you. Okay? I don't know. Maybe some sort of relationship. Friend? I don't know. Show me this. Check your circle. Any message. Ancestor message. Okay, somebody stole from you. Okay, but it says what was stolen from you will be returned. Okay. I don't know what this. Maybe this has something to do with something that's going on out here. Okay. All right, but your emotions. Okay, your emotions are important. It says your emotions are affecting the sun, okay? So maybe that's why the sun is popping off with these X flares and M class flares, okay? And this CMEs and things, okay? All right, Antoine, let's keep going. All right, what is this one? This is, yes. What was the first one? These are all ancestral ones. You are walking down the wrong path. Let's see. Father of Sticks. Okay, this is like the King of Wands, right? Okay, look at this person. I'm getting some sort of native ancestry, right? And you look like, based on your picture, like there could be some native ancestry in your family as well, right? But just according to what I saw, maybe this is someone. I don't know. Maybe you were trying to walk down your father's path as a young man, right? I don't know what your father was into. I know the man on that picture was a very dark-skinned man, right? But I don't know. Maybe this is speaking of you at one point in your life when you were walking down your wrong path, right? That's what I'm getting, okay? And due to the people that were around you. Maybe you wanted to impress your friends and stuff, right? Be a part of the crowd. So your circle that you were in helped to lead you down the wrong path, okay? So maybe this is some sort of life reflection, okay? And whatever was stolen, okay? I don't know if something was stolen from you, okay? Will be returned, okay? And maybe, I'm sure you've stolen things at a certain point in your life. So I don't know. Whatever was stolen from whomever, it will be returned. Okay, but I think this is speaking something about your life. Your life. But I think this is important. To do an egg cleanse, okay? Whatever your situation right now, I would do an egg cleanse. I feel like this is going to help open you up and clear some kind of attachments as well. Okay. All right, let's keep going. We're almost there. Yeah. Dante's Inferno. Walking to hell. Eber's papyrus. There's definitely some ancient energy here, y'all. It says Egyptian medical papyrus of herbal knowledge. It has a lot to do with root work, okay? I don't know what this is. Maybe your ancestors had this knowledge. Maybe that's a part of the reason why they came for you and your family, right? Maybe you were next in line to be this leader in herbal knowledge, okay, and medical healing and things, okay? Maybe they knew that. Maybe they sent in a false twin, whoever the woman you were saying was. Okay, I don't know. Show me. Spiritual partnership, y'all. Some sort of ancient partnership. I'm going to say ancient because this is one of my old cards, right? It's fading. Something to do with this partnership. Alright? But somebody's breaking free. You broke free from that toxic ass energy. Okay? It's a message for you, Antoine. Yes, this message is for you. And yes, you broke free from whatever that spiritual partnership was, okay? And I guess the fact, yo, this is terrible, these words, okay? The fact that you spoke out about it in that video has broken some sort of ties, okay? Some sort of binds, invisible ones. Possibly even a family curse, y'all, okay? Pole shift. It is creating a major change for you. Healing for you. Yeah, they're trying to stab you in your back again, right? So maybe you shifted the trajectory of things, okay, right? And you did with that so-called dead man's trigger, right? You avoided that. You botched that. Maybe that was their plan to take you out, ultimately. Alright, we're about to get those ancestry cards. Alright, y'all, I'm getting, this is the truth in some way. I don't know. Maybe you are not aware of all this, okay? But something here is truthful. And with those names, okay? Alright, Archangel Michael, any final messages for this young man before we close out? The ancestors as well, before we close out with the mystery cards. Any final messages? Alright, we ain't gonna push it too much. Let's get that mystery card. PhD. Something about an upgrade, a PhD. Possibly doctors involved, right? In this situation. Kittles, that's another name, okay? Kittles, Roland, Tammy, Prentice, what was it? Darnell. Something with the SWAT. Okay? Baby boy. Something about Mesopotamia, Shirley, above top secret, y'all. Okay? Darnell, right? Alright, let's get the mystery cards and we out of here. Mystery card number 1. You've earned a crown. Wow, was that in the reverse? Okay, Sons of Belial. So in the reverse, and y'all, we could take it in the upright, but I'm going to take it in the reverse, okay? So whoever these Sons of Belial are, okay? And as well as within yourself, right? Reassess yourself in your life, right, Antoine, right? Same way I'm doing, and I have to continue to do, right? The more you cleanse and purge, the more the truth is going to come out, okay? The truth and the healing will come out, all right? Stay away from that too, okay? All right, Antoine. All right, I hope this helped you in some way or someone, okay? If you like the video, like the video.